What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. If I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is a team.
Zeke Mercer, one half of the Tag Team Champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
is the truth in a media fight. Forever breathe.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect.
And it is the Wrestling Mayhem Show back again after a week hiatus. I got most of my voice back. Live from the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Over 800 episodes of professionalized wrestling chatter. And I got a hell of a crew with me. First of all, from Beacon, New York, our buddy up there. The only Mayhemmer with the future endeavor letter from the WWE is Mad Mike.
Sorg, I've been saying here for a week. Why is the show so late? Let's all celebrate 2/2/22.
What?
It's an episode of twos. Yeah,
Is that what we missed?
that's what we missed.
Oh, no. I missed your
Yeah.
2-2? I missed the 2-2.
We missed Desmond 2-2. We missed
What?
We missed Techno Team 2000 and 2-2s.
Oh,
We
okay.
missed a lot of stuff going on. We missed Two-Face, both the Lando version and the Tommy Lee Jones version. And the Thank You for Smoking version. We missed them all, Sorg. Even though that's 3 versions of Two-Face, we missed 3 of them.
Oh, jeez. Oh, okay.
That's really like 6-Face. But that doesn't work with the gimmick. So
no.
we missed Two-Face.
Um,
There's a lot of stuff we missed. Sorg.
There's a lot of stuff.
And
There's definitely a lot of stuff.
and Sorg, again, I've been waiting here for a week. Everything is fine with my attire, right? Nothing happened to Cesaro.
No, nothing happened. No, nothing happened to Cesaro. Nothing negative happened to Cesaro.
But something happened with Claudio Castagnoli.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Also, with the,
Cesaro's still in the game,
Hey,
so
Mike-
we can still have Cesaro versus Walter for our digital delights.
Mike, I brought you a
Yeah.
friend to make up for the week off. Also,
Oh,
he was booked
who?
last week, and we have with us in studio on the couch. He is the RSW Champion Main Event Zeke Mercer.
Jesus.
Sorg, you need
Sorg.
no week off.
Oh,
Just
no.
restart the whole
Oh
show.
no, you're
Restart
like
the
Just
intro.
restart the whole
you're the
show.
fifth. You're the 5th member of Lawless and Order. I'm sorry.
Lawless and Order.
Oh, you don't know about this? David
No.
Lawless is like he was teaming with Officer Dan Murphy, and they were Lawless and
Okay.
Order. And then
Okay.
Dan Murphy would sometimes team with Detective David Hetfield, and they were Lawless and Order Special Victims Unit.
Oh.
And then there's like, and then they started teaming. I think
I don't want to know who they wrestle.
they
I don't want to know that.
Detective David Hetfield and Deputy Don Murphy, and I think they were Criminal Intent. So everything is just a ongoing Dick Wolf spinoff of tag teams.
If Zeke truly is joining, he should be organized champion.
There you go. There you go. Why are you? Did you move the belt? I had everything perfectly framed with your belt, and then you moved it.
I was gonna cover it up.
What are you doing?
What
What are you
moved,
doing?
'cause
I
right
thought
here.
you had a media background. What is
do.
happening here?
It's still nice. It's still right here.
There you go. We
It's
finally
real nice.
got you on. Thank you, Zeke. Sorry about the cancellation last week.
It's okay. So
Because everything was
we
canceled.
all need a rest.
We do.
Even
We
you.
do sometimes.
You always come
So,
through for us. We
not
need to
the-
give you a break sometimes. So it's
I
all
did.
right.
I did film 4 days of events across 3 states and in 4 days.
Netflix has nothing.
So
against Sorgatron
that's
Media.
it. We might have pushed it
Excuses,
hard.
excuses.
And then Mike's like, "Hey, you should come to New York City and watch WWE at the Madison Square Garden this weekend." And I was like, "I need a rest, sir.
I'm not driving.
I'm still recovering from my last plane adventure."
If only
And-
teleportation existed.
Exactly. I did look up flights, and I told the wife, and she's like, "Don't tell him no. Like, you can go up there." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? We have to pay rent." I just what money are you pulling out your ass to say I can go just blow $200 for a flight to go see Madison Square Garden. I mean, I'd be hanging with Mike, but you know.
You know what, Sorg? Fuck it. I'll just stream the whole thing.
Just stream the whole thing to me. There you go.
I'm
There
pretty
you
sure
go.
there's no rules against that at all.
No, there's no rules read entirely at the beginning of the show with an ominous voice and the this show is exclusive.
But see, if I don't charge anyone for the stream, I'm pretty sure that's fine.
You would think that.
Yeah.
You would think that. YouTube disagrees. YouTube
Facebook
definitely disagrees. So what's that?
You said Facebook would disagree with that.
Facebook
too.
disagrees.
You'll get
YouTube
sucked
disagrees.
so fast.
Mr. Vince disagrees.
I don't think
so,
Twitter even knows
I mean,
if anything's going on their platform half the time.
I mean, you know, I mean,
That's it. I'll just download the TalkShoe app.
jeez.
It'll be fine.
And
You'll get
throwbacks.
nothing but audio.
Anyways, this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Please go check out everything, and please email us at that email address.
Good times.
I can't
Wow.
sing.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, 412-206-WMS0. Tweet us at Mayhem Show, and we're also on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook group. And you can also join us on the Discord, linked over at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, and the Wrestling Mayhem Show Reddit, however you'd like to converse with us. A lot of good discussions happen across multiple platforms. And, of course, please follow us on all the social medias. And we are live every Tuesday, except when I'm sick and call off, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live, as well as on our Twitter page. We're also on the YouTube page for Wrestling Mayhem Show, on the Sorgatron Media Twitch page, on the IndyWrestling.us Twitch and YouTube pages. And we are keeping out as much as we can. I got about 3 screens of chat rooms in front of me, and I'm hoping to catch all of your stuff. And are those spiked juice boxes, says Tina in the chat. Listen, I got to tell you, so I've been doing this for a bit. And we make, you know, whenever I have some green screens of our subjects, sometimes I make a little preview video of the show coming on. And I put the one out for young Zeke last night, or yesterday. And that is the most interaction I think I've ever gotten on a show promo. I went back and looked at my tweets like a little bit later, and I'm like, what the fuck happened here?
Juice boxes.
Is it Juice Box Mania? What?
Juice Box
Can somebody
Mania.
explain this Twitter feed that happened?
It's because no matter how old I get in wrestling, I will always be seen as 18-year-old
as
Zeke
young
Mercer.
Zeke.
I can be 35.
Yes.
I can have 2 kids here that are mine.
Hey,
Like, you
hey.
still got
Hey, watch where you throw out that age as being old, motherfucker.
older than that. I'm 22.
Yeah,
now.
watch where you throw out that age.
You guys still
Watch.
think I'm 18.
Well, I
You
mean,
are.
I'm
You are a
not.
child.
Yeah, well, to be
You
fair,
are a. Hey,
To-
we called Eamon a fetus. You're getting off light.
To be fair, I still think Eamon is a 16-year-old, even though he's like married. You know, so I attended his wedding, and he's still that 16-year-old kid in my mind. You know.
Yeah, but we called Eamon a fetus. We just call you a child. You're technically
Yeah,
getting off light.
Yeah, you're getting off real easy on this show.
Because
That's
We
I
could call you a zygote if you want.
It's because
I'll
it's
do that.
I mean, it's because you're a champion. Let's be honest about that.
I probably aged up because the belt adds a couple.
There you
years
go.
to you.
Adds a couple pounds. Adds a couple.
couple
You know.
years.
There you go. There you go. Zeke is towing that line.
Zeke, you'll be carded in your 40s.
Zeke, you'll be
I
carded
hope
in your
so.
40s. Yes,
I hope
yes.
so.
Yeah, like you like you really basically like you got the genes right. Like you stopped aging. Like
Pretty
this
much.
is it.
Yeah.
This is
I'll
it.
lose my hair, but that's fine.
Oh no. I mean,
No,
that's
see,
all right.
see,
You'll-
Sorg,
I'll lose
Sorg.
my hair, that's fine.
When Zeke leaves the studio, he goes back to the quantum realm. That's what happens.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah, him and
I
Paul
don't
Rudd are
age.
roommates.
Paul Rudd. Same size, I'm sure.
Just
But
chilling with Ant-Man.
But anyways, let me get through the rest of the business here real quick, and then we can talk about the ageism in Zeke. But thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/WrestlingMayhemShow, our friends at the fan of the show level, Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as, it went dark. Ed Burke, Team Hammerfist at the Poppy Club level, Dave Ponder and Bobby F. J. Town at the Pizza Club level, Talk Remedy, Kyle Turner and The Riz, and at the manager level, Bradley and Tina Keys, and at the clerks level at
Yeah.
$37.
Yeah.
Get it? Mad Mike, just at
Yeah.
at like a last night on the show as the clock hit midnight into March.
I am your boss now.
Mm.
And guess what, Sorg? I am supposed to be here today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, did you go down to Red Bank and visit the storefront again? What's going on? And then
I mean-
he explained it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I am supposed to be here today.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah.
You are going to be yes. And apparently, Ronnie thinks it's Wednesday. So there you go.
It feels like a Wednesday.
It does feel like I don't freaking know what day.
So you don't know what month it is right now.
Yo, Zeke, I gotta tell you, I have not been able to tell you except for something where I know the Wrestling Mayhem show or something. But otherwise, other than my schedule, I have not been able to tell you what day it was for probably the last 5 to 8 years. Okay, let's be honest about this, because unless it's like, oh, I'm at a wrestling show, this must be a Saturday night.
It must be Saturday. It's not Wednesday.
It must be a Saturday. It's not. I don't know. I just got a show booking in the fall for like a Thursday night wrestling show. So that we're working on right now. So it's just like, please, can we expand this? Can we do more than Saturdays? But I'm not going to get into that. I think I got a little bit of my. Yeah, I think I got into a little bit of my soapbox about independent wrestling scheduling last night.
I
so
mean,
we're
you're
not
not the
going to do
only
that
one. I've
again.
seen fans complain that like we should probably not have all our shows on a Saturday.
It is bad when the fans are like, I'm pissed that companies are making me pick.
Yeah.
Like I've literally heard that from some people.
Like wrestling
recently.
can be for everyone. Just make it available for everyone.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly.
Like guys, Fridays are great. If you can't, Sundays.
And I'm not a promoter. But I do keep asking the question: why aren't we on Fridays? Why aren't we on Sundays? I will continue to ask that question.
Some people actually like leaving their house on Fridays.
Yeah, it's wild. But I get,
Wait, you guys leave your house?
I mean, I try.
And honestly, I can see certain promotions not doing Fridays because the promoters themselves have day jobs and cannot, literally can't go. So, but I mean, that's not everybody. Sundays are still a thing. Anyways, other than that's not what this section's for. We'll get into that kind of stuff. We'll start complaining about indie wrestling in the second segment more. I'm sure. Actually, we got some good things in indie wrestling we want to talk about. But in the meantime, Mike, you had something you wanted to share with us.
Yeah. This is just something brief, something I found on the Netflix.
Okay.
All right. So, I'm working from home, and I like to put stuff on in the background.
Sure.
So I went to Netflix, and on their homepage, they're advertising a new show just dropped today. And I normally would have breezed right past it, except I saw the name Diamond Dallas Page.
Hello.
Yes. So I'm like, okay, let's see what this is. It's called The Guardians of Justice.
Oh! Wait, I saw this. I saw the picture for this. I didn't read the names, obviously, but
it is 7 episodes.
Okay.
Each about 25 minutes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Did you watch all of it?
Yep.
No way.
Sure did.
Okay.
Sure did.
Okay.
I can't tell if it's the greatest thing I've ever seen or the literal dirt worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, that's not it.
That's not
wrong
it.
device. Wrong device is hooked up. Sorry about that.
But so I'm just going to give you a kind of synopsis.
Okay. Okay. Whoa, wrong button. Sorry, wrong button.
Let's say the minds behind Scott Pilgrim, Sin City, Celebrity Deathmatch, all combined together to somehow make Zack Snyder's Justice League more fucked up.
I don't know. All I'm seeing is like a lady on a treadmill talking to a bald guy so far. So I don't know if this is representative of this thing.
That's all you need.
But you're telling me Diamond Dallas Page is a part of this interesting.
And also John Morrison.
Oh my gosh. And added to my list.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you the analogs that they play in the DC universe because it is almost a direct ripoff of the DC universe, a lot of it. But way more fucked up. It's like if the boys, the writers of the boys did Justice League.
Okay.
No, I haven't watched that show yet, so please don't spoil too much about that show.
Okay. Oh no, I'm not
The
spoiling
Boys?
anything.
I haven't watched The Boys yet.
The Boys
watch
is
The
just
Boys.
ultra violent and ultra cursy and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just got done watching what's it called? Cowboy Bebop.
Oof.
for the second time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And as an older person, it destroyed me. I am.
As an older person, Zeke, you can't use
an
phrases
older
like that.
Well, I watched it as a kid.
Yeah.
When it was on not Adult Swim, but Toonami.
Yeah,
Still a kid.
No, when I couldn't vote yet, I'll consider that like child.
All right.
I was
Okay.
probably-
Okay.
I was probably Zeke's age when I watched it the first time.
I watched
actually.
it in like
So-
2006. I remember
But-
I was 6 years old
Yeah.
watching
All right.
Cowboy
All right.
Bebop.
So
But anyways.
this show,
Mm-hmm.
DDP and John Morrison have a very specific relationship with each other. They are the equivalent of Batman and Red Hood.
No.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, and it's overt too. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like great value Justice League.
I can go for that.
Like I think what was DDP's character? Darkhawk.
Yeah.
Darkhawk. Like there's the Sepia Spider.
What the fuck?
The Speed. Like I'm telling you, they have.
They're 30 to
They're
40 minute
just-
episodes, 7 episodes. So this might be worthwhile.
Yeah, Sorg, if you were looking for something to do this weekend,
One of the chapter names is proximity to power corrupts more than power itself.
I
Just like, what?
actually like that.
What?
I like that saying. I like that because I feel that's true. I feel that's actually true.
Shame is a lower vibration than anger. These are weird titles, at least. I hope I'm not spoiling anything. So,
oh no, trust me, I read all the titles. None of it spoiled anything for me.
when guardians fall in love, you can own the word justice. Anubis and how I learned to love the nuke, and a mentally shattered megalom. Okay, yeah, it's like they're pretty over the top here. So, okay.
So Ronnie was tweeting earlier today that he was going to continue his Batman the Animated Series rewatch. Meanwhile, I'm on episode 6 of this show at this point. And I said, "Hey Ronnie, can I interest you in something batshit instead?" And he said, "Sure, I'll watch one episode." 10 minutes in, Ronnie tweeted, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Love it.
Is that what he was tweeting about? That's great.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I thought something happened in life. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Again, this isn't an ad, but if you want to see DDP as Batman, if you've ever had that thought in your brain,
I've never had that thought in my brain, but I'm here for it.
I'm down.
and it's also weird because I wonder when they filmed this, because it seems like a lot of it, like they started to film before COVID, and then they had to finish it after COVID.
No, it's always the worst.
Because there's a lot of animated sequences. There's claymation sequences.
What?
That's cool. So that's cool. It's good creative.
It's real weird.
Like, does it get Velocipaster weird, or?
I have not seen Velocipaster, but I'm going to
It's
assume.
on my list. It's on Amazon, right? It's definitely on my list.
It's on Amazon.
So
Yeah.
I definitely remember putting that on my list somewhere. I just don't remember
I
exactly.
watched it with Bro and Jordan Styles, and it was the most fun watch we've had in a long time. So it was it's pretty great.
But yeah, I highly recommend this show. I don't even know if it's good. I know it's a thing that
you enjoy.
I don't even know if I enjoyed it.
Wow.
But I'm here.
It's that much
No,
required.
for you. And I experienced it.
It was compelling.
Okay.
It was compelling
Okay,
enough
okay.
for me to finish it. Oh man. If you know something about DC Comics, you might guess the ending, but I wasn't even thinking about it, and I should have guessed the ending.
Oh, then I definitely should watch it then.
Yeah.
Definitely watch it.
I love it.
I'm also still.
Yeah, actually, if you're going to see the Batman, watch this right before the Batman.
Okay. We can do that.
That's a nice
We
experiment.
can do that.
Yeah.
All right. I'll try it whenever.
It's on Netflix. It's on my list.
It's on my list.
We'll
now.
see how this
DDP
goes.
is Batman. That should be
be
all
a,
that
that should be a
sells
through
the
line.
show.
That should be a
So
through
I
line.
understand. We should let's take a moment to reflect on what WrestleMania looks like right now.
Oh, we're not doing that.
No, that one. I noticed that we were going to have Edge versus AJ Styles.
All right. Cool.
That's true.
We have Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Also true. Should be main event.
Should be main event.
Could still
Should
be
be
for
main
one
event.
night. Could still be
It
for
should-
one of the nights.
It should be. I
Mhm.
don't want to hear any bullshit about Ronda being the main event. Fuck her.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. But
I
that stuff
have no
goes.
dog in the fight.
What's
I
that?
have no dog.
You
in
have
the
no
fight.
dog in this fight.
I was just like, whatever.
No,
it's not
whatever
my-
happens, happens.
Zeke, if you did a Google search on Ronda Rousey, trust me, you'd have a dog in the fight.
I don't follow people's lives too much unless it really makes it oblivious that they messed up or screwed up in some way.
I think.
Like I don't know anything like people's personal people celebrities' personal lives and all that. Like I don't know. I just like their music or their wrestling or something.
You're here for whatever their
Yeah.
like their entertainment side.
I
and
don't
you-
know.
So this is a thing that I contend with a lot is separating that a bit, right? Now there are certain people that have done such horrible things
Oh,
that
yeah.
you cannot do that.
That's fair.
You know,
Right.
like some of my favorite movies have Weinstein Company in the front of it, and that still
Right.
makes me wince.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that's unfortunate, but that shouldn't detract from the movie you enjoy. I would hope.
But also look by the statement that if you go looking for something, you will find something.
Okay.
So I mean, I got that from my stepmom. But she's been right. Every time you try to look for something bad about somebody like famous, well known or something, there's going to be something just like. So like, unless you're like really dying to know, I mean, also, if you mess up, you should be held accountable, and people should know what you did, especially you're going to be in the public eye.
Yes. Yes.
And it's going to especially be marketing to children, whatever. People at least should be aware of what you did.
I'm having problem listening to Marilyn Manson music right now.
Right.
For
See,
instance.
right. So
Yeah.
but still, if you're like, well, I need some, or I just want to know everything about their life, you're gonna find something. Like if my favorite band, Disturbed, singer David Draymond, I don't know nothing about his personal life. I don't know if he has kids. I don't know if he's married. Like
Right.
I'm pretty sure I could look that with a simple Google search, but
Yeah.
it's not my life. I not say I don't care.
I think
but I don't need to know.
but it's also like you don't dig for that kind of stuff.
Right.
And you can enjoy the music for what
I
it
just
is.
want to know when they're gonna drop a concert date or an album. That's it. That's all you know.
I'm with that. I can't read all the rags and stuff about outrageous stuff.
Wrestling's the only fandom where I care what is happening.
Yeah.
Sort of behind the scenes, but only stops at the backstage.
Yeah. So
Like after
I-
that, I don't care.
you would hope, right?
Right.
Sasha Banks and Naomi are apparently against Queen Zelina and Carmella is a WrestleMania match that's booked. That
Team
that-
Bad reuniting.
Team Bad reuniting. Wow. Yeah, I guess so. Miz and Logan Paul
Paul.
against the Mysterios?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Logan Paul. I used to love Logan Paul. And here's my caveat to that statement. I loved Logan Paul before, for the people who watch him on YouTube, about the Suicide Forest incident.
You're going to hipsterize us with
No,
Logan Paul?
because it was a big thing on YouTube, and everyone, if you said to any person who was chronically on YouTube, they
and this
know
is
what I'm talking about.
he went to the Japan Suicide Forest, which is notorious for like people going in and committing suicide, apparently, right?
And apparently he posted amongst the final edit of a YouTube video, it featured a deceased person. I liked Logan Paul because when he got Vine, all that, rest in peace Vine. It was just like a story of just because David Ball's like daily, like every day, of just him trying to become more famous, get more well known. And I was literally following up to that, and then Suicide Forest happened. I stopped watching him, and then I kind of fell off of him, and then that's when I started watching Casey Neistat vlogs every day.
Oh, Neistat's amazing. I haven't watched him for a while.
Dude, I am so ready for the new documentary he's about to drop about
really?
David Dobrik. Yeah, I'm ready to watch that.
Very interested. Very
I love
interested
Casey
in that.
Neistat. He's the only reason I feel like he gets me back into filmmaking. Like, it's just watching his stuff. It's so unique. So, I mean, but yeah, on the point of separating art from the person, depends who it is. Don't always try to look for things. But if something's like, it pops up, it's it's very messed up, call them out for it, hurt their pockets, I guess. But don't just do it just because, he said F you to a fan 2009. You don't know the context of what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
There's literally a video of Punk of screaming at somebody calling someone a vagina. Like that is a whole video, and I was like, I don't know what the context of that video is, and I don't care enough to
You're like,
know.
you know what? You don't know that the guy didn't deserve it.
Right. If he did deserve it, yeah, you got called that. That's forever on the internet. If you didn't, well, I guess Punk was being an asshole that day, and I don't support that. But I'm not gonna look into that because it's just like, if it's
and also the idea that like wrestlers and celebrities can't be an asshole for a day. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean,
you catch me on a day after I just came back home from wrestling, like especially a wrestling weekend, I'm gonna be a dick to you. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're being inconsiderate. So
yeah, I mean that's just a part of that. You know, how many times wrestlers are being saddled with like, oh, he's an asshole, da 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 da. Like, you probably just count him a bad day, or maybe you did something you didn't know was a bullshit thing.
Right.
You know, like that's kind of where I kind of land on that kind of stuff.
You gotta treat every
or like,
celebrity.
you know, like we used to have a guy that came over at some of the pay-per-views, and we just bitch about how much of a dick Undertaker was. I was like, yeah, man, because you like stalk everybody at the airports. Of course they're pissed.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, you know, that kind of stuff.
You just
happening.
have to treat people with kindness and respect.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that will change anyone's day.
To be fair, I mean, when you're around people that you look up to, listen, I completely like, and it's partly because I'm like still like fucking recovering from things. I talked to somebody that I've interacted with Twitter and started talking to him, and then realized I turned into a blubbering fan at some point because I forgot what to say next, and I was like, and I'm just gonna walk away now, you know. And I'm trying to talk to this person about production, and I'm like, hey, I'm so and so from Twitter. We talk a lot on there, and then and I just like kind of lost my nerve or something. And I'm just like, it still happens, you know. But
even the other wrestlers are big fans of somebody or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's gonna happen. I'm not trying to say you're not allowed.
This is why I don't talk to a lot of people at shows.
Yeah,
like, I'm
oh,
like,
shit.
I have nothing of value to say to that person other than I really wish I could talk to that person.
I mean, I
you
met
know what
some
I mean?
pretty cool people at WrestlePit, and my inner fan was like, you know, holy shit, da da da.
Yeah.
But usually I was like, but that day I was also like kind of tired. I was like, you know, I was gonna shake their hand, say hi. And a lot of them actually had conversation with me because I just said hi to them.
Yeah, yeah.
A normal person.
Well, you had a lot of opportunity too, because I mean, you guys were really kind of. It was a classic Pittsburgh building where everybody's just going to be in a section.
Like you turned the shoulder. Oh, hey, what's up, man? You turned the shoulder. Oh, what's up?
There's a point where we're getting to here about something, right?
Separating.
That was Ronda Rousey. We went off on.
Separating and also.
And then Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. We got the Brock versus
but
Roman
also
thing.
fuck Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, there's that too.
All right.
But she did say some pretty shitty things from what I recall.
Is that?
And I'm not even up on all.
that
I don't think I'm up on all the things Mike's pissed.
I'm not even talking about the stuff she said about wrestling fans because most of that is true. But
wow,
it's other stuff.
Don't ask me. Yeah, no.
I have no dog in that fight.
Moving on.
Love you though.
But
no, she said wrestling fans are fickle. We are.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
to a degree.
Yes.
To a degree, by and large, wrestling fans are fickle. Like,
you know, this is the thing too. Like, I you know, I have a problem when wrestlers, anybody, conflates wrestling Twitter as wrestling fandom.
No.
Oh yeah, no,
right?
You can't.
Not
as Dave
do it.
as my favorite line from Dave Chappelle in the last year is Twitter isn't real anyways.
Yes.
You know,
Twitter isn't real. I just got done watching the Chappelle show.
Twitter isn't real unless you make it real.
Yeah,
that's right.
If you put your business out on Twitter, do not.
If you all clap at home, Twitter can be a real boy.
Well, no, because there are certain aspects where Twitter is real. I met Sorg through Twitter.
Yes,
Sorg is a friend.
Yes,
he's real. I technically have not met Zeke, so Zeke is imaginary.
That's fine.
An imaginary child.
I only appear on your screen. I am what the SCP call what is it called? Oh man, my nerd is failing me right now. I love the SCP's fandom. I'm sorry.
What's SCP?
It's a bunch of like creepy pastas that you can find in like a bunch of internet stories about an organization that's been like greenlit around the world by capturing like monsters and all that.
Oh, okay.
So like I just like reading them because it's pretty cool. The fandom's older than I am. It's been written since like.
Well, so what is it?
99.
5 years old?
No, like since '99, since like '98, and it's like people will create these like files about certain anomalies, and it gets submitted to like the wiki, and the wiki agrees which is going to be canon or not. So it's completely like fan made, and it's pretty cool. Like I mean,
and democratized too, from the sounds of
yeah.
those.
People try to own it, but like because too many people have put input in it creatively, no one person can own the SCP, you know, fandom, whatever stories, canonized story or whatever. So it's like it's a community based story that jumps around.
So it's like Wikipedia almost.
Oh yeah,
for the occult.
Yeah, but all these things are fake. That's what it's still like scary, creepy stories.
Yeah.
But like, it's pretty cool. Like, it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Hey, let's go to a break real quick, and then we'll be right back. I do want to talk, because we've already kind of talked a little bit about some of the stuff from this past weekend. I do want to talk about the first ever Victory Championship Wrestling show and WrestlePit, since a couple of us here have had some experience with that. We talked about it a little bit last night on the Monday Mayhem, since we got Chachi on the Monday Mayhem Warriors, and we're talking about what he's been watching lately. It was a lot of fun to have him back on the show. But go check out everything at IndyWrestling.us. You can actually go check out over on Indie Wrestling Network on the YouTube page already, Victory Championship Wrestling, the new promotion run by a caveman.
Yes.
Wrestling promoting so easy a caveman can do it. Is that the tagline for the next show?
Do not say that.
Don't say that.
No,
No,
it's tax season.
it is tax season.
You will awaken the wrong force and bring him back.
Yes.
He should not be named who has fog machine.
The Voldemort of
Do
indie wrestling.
do not say promoting a wrestling show is
Because
easy.
I say that, and even just thinking about Greater Pittsburgh Wrestling, there's like 3 people you could think that is, right off the top of my head. But I mean, I'm sure every region has a Voldemort of independent wrestling.
Oh, most likely.
It's just
That's the problem. We all got we all have.
we
a
all
Voldemort.
got one. We all got our. No, we don't talk about that.
talk about
No, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get into this rant. Anyways, IndyWrestling.us. No Voldemorts here. Okay, maybe in our archives, but
That's the tagline.
it is, yeah, it is. IndyWrestling.network, you can check out the debut VCW show, as well as a lot of other great stuff. Recent stuff from our friends at Renegade Wrestling House, who just had Shane Taylor there.
Dude,
And again, I know we're getting some stuff updated on the website still. Our webmaster hasn't gone around to it, but you can see the latest RWA show with Shane Taylor versus J-Rock, and a new VCW show with main event Zeke Mercer.
Please do not
and the
keep saying
Beastman
that.
featured, and Andrew Palace, and a lot of other great stars over there on the Indie Wrestling Network and on the Indie Wrestling membership on YouTube, and of course VOD over on the Vimeo page. You can get to all that right now, and we're getting a lot of clips up now. Just putting up clips from the last 2PW show, from the first back Revenge Pro show, so you can get a look at what some of those shows look like before you get into it. We got the great YouTube channel. I was just in the Twitch channel for IndyWrestling.us, and we got a lot of stuff on Shuffle Play, 24 hours a day, is keeping the server up. And it was cool because we were in there and somebody dropped in the chat on Twitch, and they happened to be playing the I believe it was the Rise Wrestling show that was Lee Moriarty's last one there right after he got signed with AEW, and it was their first show that they ever attended for Rise, and they were reminiscing and seeing themselves in the crowd, and that's cool. That's why we do this stuff. That's why we make wrestling more accessible, Pittsburgh wrestling more accessible to more people, so that everybody can be a part of this cool thing that's going on here in Pittsburgh wrestling, and it's getting cooler every day. So go check it out, IndyWrestling.us, and also shouts to our friends at WrestlePit. We did that show this weekend on Fight and Title Match Network. Please go check out, buy the pay-per-view, buy the replay on both of those networks to support our friends at WrestlePit. It was a lot of fun, and we'll be talking about that here in a moment. But we are here with Zeke Mercer. He's the Real Shoot Wrestling Champion.
I know.
There it is.
Hello, guys.
How long you been champ again?
Oh, actually, it's been like a couple. Well, it's like 100 days so far.
100 days.
So far, it's over 100 days.
There you go. Just carrying that around.
Carry that around. Always with me.
To the Starbucks, to the Subway.
I could,
to the Sheetz.
but I'm not that much of a dickhead.
One time we met up with Andrew Palace at a Dunkin' Donuts, and I forget which belt he had at the time, probably the Super Indie belt. And he walks in, and we looked at him. I'm like, "Are you wearing the belt right now?" And then under his clothes, he goes, "Ding ding." It just
gotta keep it on you.
That's right. That's right. He was like, hey, I think it was maybe his first belt or something like that. And again, somebody you teamed up with recently, the VCW. Let's talk about that first of all, because again, we had the week off, so we didn't get a chance to fresh out of the gate. First show back in the greater Wheeling area in West Virginia. It's been since before COVID, before I've been in that area.
Before the snap.
Before the snap. Yeah, before
Jesus,
Before
that's
the
what I'm
post,
calling you
before
from
the
now
snap.
on.
yeah, it was the pre-Thanos.
That's what I'm calling you from now on.
We haven't been there since pre-Thanos. But we actually might have not been there. So it's pretty.
Or
famous.
we could actually call it what the Marvel canon calls it, the Blitz.
The blip.
The blip.
The blip.
I heard the Blitz too.
Well, no, because technically we're still in the blip.
Yeah, we're in the
to a degree, we're coming back.
There's disagreements at what point of the blip we're in.
Wong
Unfortunately,
is just slowly bringing everyone back with the sling ring.
It's a slow blip, but it's more like a malaise. You know?
Yeah, and Wong saying you wanted more. Like, yeah, motherfucker, we want more.
So I've been at this for 5 hours.
Yeah. But anyways, but this was a big, and I know talking with Beastman, he's been on the show talking about he wanted to bring quality pro wrestling back, and that's a big thing. Like, I'm sitting here looking for wrestling in the Pittsburgh area because I happen to have a weekend off, right?
That's rare.
And I know, right? And I was like, why is there no wrestling? And I looked, it was like, well, there's some wrestling of ill repute this weekend, maybe. But that's a big distinction because there are so many companies, and not all of them are necessarily worth your time and money. Mm-hmm. And it was cool to see that he was bringing something of quality. And there were a lot of, somebody had a message about, I really love how everything about this promotion walking into it came together between the graphics, between the setup and everything. Like, it really did, seem like, there's a couple, little things for running a first show, getting things together.
The first show will always have hiccups of some kind, some way, somehow.
So for you, you've seen a lot of promotions. How did that kind of feel on the backstage side, being part of something like Victory Championship Wrestling?
You want to know my experience is stressful.
Yeah. Well, you were helping my ass out, and my plane was late, and I was starting to get sick on top of things. So, and thank you for helping with the green screen, by the way.
Of course, I've helped. I got everyone's information done except mine. And that's when I realized. When I realized when I got back, I sat down, and I looked over. I was like, "Damn it, the camera's gone."
But that's okay. We got
that's
you.
Okay.
We got you on.
But I got everyone else, like everyone. I even spoke caveman and got beastman.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I appreciate that.
I figured it out.
So, but no, yeah. We got VCW happened, and so how did that feel? Kind of do it you ended up in the main event of this thing.
I know, it's crazy. Well, I gotta protect my man Beastman. He doesn't need my protection, but getting jumped by these three goons. Mm-hmm. We all love Beastman, but come on, there's just a limit for something. You need friends. So I'm glad we was able to help him. And I know Patrick Hayes now is back, looking scowly as ever. Look at him. Why do I keep landing on Patrick Hayes clips in this thing, too? Look. The camera loves him. Love it.
Good slaps there. Yes, absolutely.
Love it. It was great. It was great to be back in Wheeling, actually, the Wheeling area. Because, I don't think I have wrestled there since the blimp.
Yeah. It sounds like you're saying the blimp.
As blimps or whatever, since the snap. I haven't wrestled there since. It's the first time I've been back there. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's crazy. And we got, I believe the final number of attendees was 230 in a small West Virginia gym.
Yeah, it was basically the stands for the most part were full. They were calling it a sellout for the most part. The seats on the floor seemed like they were all full. So you can see that and it's a full house on the other side here on the stands too. And it was a decent size, and it was a nice gym on top of things.
Oh my god!
And I love that everything in the gym is the colors of the promotion match the gym, so you felt like you just walked into the entire branding of the structure of this promotion. So
marketing,
yes, absolutely.
But no, it was great. It was fun. Even my dad saw me wrestle. He was there watching me wrestle. That's the first time I think he saw me wrestle in the main event for show. Well, no, second, because he saw me win this.
Yes.
He saw me win this. So, second time seeing me in the main event. Also, second time he seen me wrestle in West Virginia. So, it's crazy to think about.
That's awesome. And one thing I loved about it, I didn't know about half of the roster. a lot of brand new faces to me.
Right.
Alex Matthews, I can't remember off the top of my head who he faced, but I believe it was his trainer, Ethan Wright. Was a fantastic, like,
dude, that
definitely
match
of the night, easily match of the night for sure.
It was so good.
You know, again, two guys that I don't think I've experienced before, so that was a pretty cool.
I also really loved Zach Myers versus Ryder Reed. That was a pretty good match.
Which Ryder Reed saying that was his
his
last match too, like afterwards. So
and that was kind of sad because I was like, I want to watch. I want to wrestle them both.
And right, and I didn't know what to make of Alex Matthews because I get these two promos and it looks like he's sitting in a barn on a tractor, and I'm like, what is this guy?
This guy it.
So what's that?
He's it. Like he's money. Both these guys are money. That's the crazy thing about this match. Like both these guys are great. So I think that's the whole point of VCW, is try to get some new faces in the area because you're not that far from Pittsburgh, so you're always going to have that Pittsburgh flavor within it.
And there's, you know, within like 2 to 3 hours, there's some really fantastic Ohio-based promotions that I have, again, not on my radar.
Right.
You know, so to bring something like that, and it really looks like the people kind of reciprocate. I know we saw some faces from the Pittsburgh area in the crowd, so they made the drive down. It's a good.
Some people from Pittsburgh's past show up. Patrick Hayes. I mean,
yeah.
You know, that's been a while. He's been away for a while, and then he came up and look.
yeah. So he's slapping you around and you slapping him back, right? So
always and forever.
So that's on the network right now if you want to check that out. This past weekend, I want to talk a little bit about WrestlePit. I know you were on the pre-show match, but you were around a lot of it. I mean, this was a show that featured Matt Taven. It featured Josh Woods in a fantastic Pure Rules match with Victor Benjamin. Lady Frost, of course, a part of this, and this is something that Frost and Benjamin have been putting together. Their second show here, and as with the first one, live on both Fight and title match. Marty the Moth was on the show. World famous CB. I think I screwed up his title. I don't know why I thought he was Fabulous CB for a moment there. I was doing the titles quick for some reason. Unfortunately, I was running out of time before the show. But you know, like it's an incredible show, and I know for you got experience because you got to run in a lot of people you don't usually see in a locker room.
No, what? I saw Matt Taven. Like I was like, that's pretty crazy because I remember like when I was training, right, and I used to have the Fight TV app, and they throw on Ring of Honor episodes up there for free. You got to watch the commercials, and like when I was watching, that was like the start of his reign.
The Kingdom kind of
like
reign?
his world title reign. And, you know, I'm going like, I Matt Taven, and like all that. Like that's pretty cool to see that like someone I watched when I was training. It's not like the same locker room as me. He shook my hand and said hi. We cracked a few jokes. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So like, I was like that's. And also, Marty was there. That's pretty cool, too. I was like, holy hell, dude. Like, my life has changed in, like, 3 to 4 years. And seeing, like, people I watched on television now I'm sharing a locker room with, and people's like, oh, you used to be the mark. I was like, no, I'm just acknowledging that's pretty freaking cool to have been, to accomplish that within, like, 3 to 4 years.
To be on those kinds of shows, right? I mean, that's kind of the cool thing about wrestling is if you're making the right turns and you're starting to just happen to be in these things like you do. Right. You know,
like, oh, what?
You know, start to rub elbows with the people that are completely the ones that inspired you to be there in the first place, right?
Right, it's pretty cool. I also saw my friend Jason Hotch wrestle them, so I was like, that's pretty cool too. So like, I was like, yeah, I had a great time.
And then we had a rap battle.
We had a rap battle.
I'm still wrapping my head around that.
I had one friend who did not know what was going on.
I wasn't ready for that. I'm like, is it going to be a rap battle and then a match, or like how are we rolling with this? And then they
did not see. I mean,
they were just like, no, this is a straight rap battle.
And someone, I remember my friend was asking like, why isn't there music playing? It's like because only on like TV they had music playing. When they actually did like rap battles, like. You know, like you found World Star Hip Hop. There were no music.
Because anything any of us know about it, rap battles is 8 Miles. Let's be quite honest about this.
Right, it's 8 Miles, but like truly, there's just people who get in the crowd. You know, they just start spitting out rhymes, and I can't rap. Don't ask me to rap. I can't. I don't have no music. I just have wrestling talent. That's it. Don't ask me to spit rhymes.
I think there's a
like
spot
that.
where we lose the table. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost that.
There goes the VIP tables.
Oh.
If you're on the video with us.
My
This
man
is,
Jason was hurting.
Taven. This is Taven Hotch and who's the third guy? It was the first time I saw him. Bo, I think it was.
Yeah.
So.
It was a pretty fun match. I was this scared me. I was like, because this poor lady probably never went to a wrestling show before. It's probably her second or third time, and like
you'll be safe. You're at a table.
Yeah,
you're far from
fine.
the action.
And
right?
just like 2 or 3 people just jump on like near
it
her,
was wild
because
because the first show did have guardrails and everything,
Right.
and the VIPs were lined up on the one side. And then probably just saying the lady in the black dress almost had an issue.
She was like, I bet she was like, I did not expect this to happen.
Like,
I came here looking nice. I was told to be a VIP, and she got people jumping like 2 inches from her face. Just
yes.
Like, I was like, welcome to wrestling.
Yeah,
welcome
absolutely, absolutely.
No, but it was a fun show. Both VCW and Pit Fight was, WrestlePit is all gonna be great. I mean, there's so many shows around here. It's gonna be like. It's all blending together,
and that's the thing. There's a lot of new faces, new promotions between these. Other things like Enjoy popping up as well in the city. Yeah. And again, in city, I'm loving this in city concept that's happening. And there's more that sound like they're either coming back or making inroads. So that's what I love to see. I tweeted the other day that somebody messaged me, NXT always ends at the same time. And I was like, no, it doesn't. Sometimes it rolls over. Don't lie to me. But anyways.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, right? But no, like, and I think this is something that's been missing for the longest time because I'm seeing what's happening in other towns. And this is Pittsburgh wrestling, literally in Pittsburgh. And you can say the other one was, but it was in Millville, let's be honest. But this was in the West End, in Pittsburgh. Live streaming, and I cannot tell you the last time. I don't think there has ever been a wrestling show in Pittsburgh on Fight that wasn't like maybe Ring of Honor, right? And that I don't even think has happened.
And
I think about it.
Well, Stage AE, right?
Yeah, they may have stayed, but they were on like Honor Club and stuff. I guess that was technically Fight too.
Okay.
But like as a pay-per-view, but I mean, I'll count that. But as far as indie wrestling, but that's not Pittsburgh wrestling. That's Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
You know,
we have our flavor in there too. It's
like other than I'm going to count WWE pay-per-views. So
you gotta understand, like Pittsburgh wrestling's DNA is like all over, like the indie.
That's the thing.
That's the crazy part. Like
that's the thing. But I think and this has always been my thing is, but people don't look at Pittsburgh. Right. Like everything's coming from Pittsburgh, but.
A lot of exports, no one looking.
A lot of people that stopped doing things in Pittsburgh and found their gold somewhere else.
That's the thing. I have friends that say like, either wrestling's dying or the Pittsburgh scene is dying. I was like, I don't know where you're looking at, sir, or ma'am, or whatever
you're not looking at WrestlePit. You're not looking at what WrestleRex was doing. You're not looking at what Enjoy was doing. You're not looking at what Rise. You're not looking at what Rise was doing in Baldwin.
Right.
You're
like
not
this.
Trying to like this is it. And even the people on the outskirts are doing amazing stuff. RWA consistently. I cannot tell you a promotion that's been as consistent as RWA has been in the last 5 years. Like still, right? Like they are down the road, from how many other? It doesn't matter if Impact Wrestling's 10 minutes away or AEW people are at a promotion 10 minutes away. Those people show up, and nobody in Pittsburgh has the brand loyalty of RWA.
When you have when you have a product that that's literally preferable than like going to maybe a WWE show or an AEW show.
I've heard that. I was like, I don't go to the arena for WWE shows. I come here.
They come here. They're probably watching. I'll catch WWE or AEW or Impact on TV.
Yeah,
I cannot just turn on my television.
But I will not miss sitting ringside at this show.
No, this is where it's at, and that should be the focus. You gotta make your promotion or your content preferable. Like when you turn on YouTube, what's the first thing you want to watch? Wherever content you have should pop in their head. And that's what I think RWA has tapped into.
Absolutely, and I feel like WrestlePit's getting there. I can't tell you how many people were between the first and second show necessarily. I don't know if they're kind of like a spot like I'm coming because Buddy Matthews is on,
Oh,
or I'm
yeah,
coming
yeah,
because
yeah.
Matt Taven's on this. Like I don't know, I don't know where that's at, but they're definitely bringing a different thing there too. So.
Right.
But
that's kind of it should be to go for all wrestling promotions. Just make your content preferable in any way that fits whatever demographic you're trying to sell to.
Absolutely.
You know, like VCW is just good quality wrestling in West Virginia, in the small town West Virginia. That's like rare.
Without much competition. Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
So like if you can bring the first show brought 230. If you can keep that 230, even build on it, that's insane.
My God, there's promotions that are running. I like they've run for like 4 or 5 years, not pulling 230.
So like you know, but you know what I mean. I'm just like, you have to make it like something like I want to come back here. I want to watch it. If I have to miss it, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
like I'm gonna get my pictures here. Like I know people are gonna like, oh, I know this wrestler's coming here. I don't see him often. I want to go see him. You know, like, oh, tickets are affordable here. I know I'm gonna get 2 or 3 hours of great fun. I'm gonna go here.
Absolutely.
You just gotta make it preferable. You gotta make it like appetizing, basically. That's kind of the whole goal with it.
So Zeke, we're way into we're way into the first quarter of 2022. I know you kind of slowed down and hibernate a little bit on the winter. We've talked about this before.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, traveling's hard.
Traveling's hard with a shitty car, guys.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, the wrestling, man. Like, so what's on your kind of like, what are you doing for 2022? Where are you trying to get? You trying to get out of town? You trying to get more places? You know, or is it all about that belt right there?
It's about the belt. I have some. Well, RSW is coming back in April, so that's like soon. And
So they've been on hiatus.
they've been on a hiatus. You know,
Yes.
even in winter, West Virginia snow is still not fun. You
That's
know,
right,
it's
that's
like
right.
it's not. It's still cold.
A lot of mountains.
A lot of
Appalachia.
mountains. You just like, okay, we all
bullshit.
we all need a break. We all should.
That's
we
right.
should all just like be home for holidays, not have to worry about anything.
That's right.
But now we come back in the spring. We got
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. We have some matches lined up in the summer, into the fall, even into December. So like we're coming back. We're coming back strong. We're coming with more entertaining shows for the Fairmont, Morgantown area. So I mean, next year, I mean, it's just literally just I think at this point, it's having fun, having great matches, defend this belt, keeping it as long as I can, proving something, and maybe pop up in a new state, maybe pop up in a new promotion here or there. But like nothing's off the table. Nothing's off the table.
Are you looking for any kind of areas you're trying to get out to in particular?
Indianapolis, not Indianapolis, but Indiana, and then like I want to go back to Illinois. Like
Yeah.
I really want to go back to Illinois. I don't like the Chicago weather, but I was like,
But
there's
that-
something.
man, that
but
wrestling up
something
there.
is great in this town.
Dude,
Something's great.
The vibe in Chicago is next level. Between shows some of our crew are working and what we're doing up there. Like there's it's a whole other vibe up there. It's incredible. And I haven't been anywhere else that has that wrestling vibe.
I still think
that Chicago
think
does.
the whole state of Ohio has some wrestling that's like not really tapped into yet.
Yes,
And I'm just like, that's how
Ohio kind of has the Pittsburgh problem, does it?
Right.
I mean, you got AIW doing fantastic things,
Right.
and they've built an amazing platform. I was thinking about them the other day because I was watching some clips of some. I was actually watching the main events blog, video blog, which if you haven't, they got 3 episodes up. I think I might make a cameo in one of them. But yeah, like they have a great platform for Ohio wrestling that I don't think anybody else is doing too much with right now.
Right.
But there's like great content. Like what was that OWA that I saw main events popping up in, doing some great things over there.
Iceman Tony's going to be there. You know, like
Oh, yeah?
yeah. Main events there. Jocelyn Navarro's there. Like
Nice.
It's familiar Pittsburgh faces that are like having these crazy great matches in Ohio, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Well, what's in Ohio?" I was like, "An untapped treasure trove of wrestling." I promise you. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy how much good wrestling's there. It's crazy how good wrestling's like everywhere.
And I got to experience a little between Cleveland stuff we did between Prime, Premiere, things like that.
Right.
And then we worked with the Dustin Batdorf Memorial, which excuse me, I forget which promotion they work with, but Juice Jennings, guys like that, right? Like there's always been like a really strong bit coming out of that mid Ohio kind of thing.
And
So,
same thing in Pittsburgh. Like we have a lot of people who are well known are from like Ohio, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, but not a lot of people are looking over here.
no.
So like I think like once people find out like these like crazy secret areas. Like, oh, I didn't know Ohio was bumping like this. Like, yeah, so is Detroit, and it's also like parts of Michigan. Like, it is crazy how much wrestling.
And I've been to regions where it's hard to find good wrestling.
Right.
And,
I think we all kind of, especially anyone who's been here for the past like 6 years, who's been wrestling for the past 6 years. Like, the landscape has completely changed. Even if everyone's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, well, it's changed just as much in 3 years, or just as crazy in 3 years over the past 6 years. So, I mean, like, it's only going to get crazier and crazier. And there could be more wrestling, better wrestling, crazier wrestling. You know, just, I was waiting for it. I'm just kind of like, you know, I want to see where I am. I want to defend this belt. I want to make some moves. But, like, nothing's, like I said, nothing's off the table. Nothing's, like, completely on the table.
Who are the big threats over there at RSW?
I got to stay Remy. Remy's a big threat.
Okay.
Not in, like, the sense of, like, oh, we have this crazy, like, I don't like him, he's like me. It's, you know, it's just like, I see him as, like, I think people sleep on Remy. I think that's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have to sit there and watch this man do his work. It's crazy. I still think Palace is still much of a threat. Even when I won this belt, it was a mixture of LaRusso, Kincaid, Palace, and me, and somehow I came out like, yeah, okay. Like, all right, you know, but like Powell's still there, Louisville's still there. Kincaid can pop up anywhere. I mean, I had to face, I don't know how many times I faced Kincaid and lost before I finally got a win over him. So like, I just, and not to mention, I had survived O'Shea. He's a luminary.
Oh, jeez.
I can't say I beat it. I survived him. So like, he's always a threat. And anyone who may be walking through those doors at any moment, you know, it's just. I think RSW is like a mixed bag of jokers and kings and queens. It just, you don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to be put down on the table in front of you. So, like, I just got to stay ready at this point. I got to watch everybody. I can't just like, oh, I don't know about him that flew on my radar. No, I got to know about this person who walks through the door. I don't care if you're the first match or the third match or whatever. I have to know who the heck you are, because you may be coming after me or the belt I'm carrying or whatever spot I want to take. And so, like, you just have to watch everybody.
So everybody follow Zeke Mercer. I think he's going to have a really interesting story here in 2022 that you're going to want to keep an eye on. And of course, the doors are always open for you. Drop it in here as we're going through the year too. So where are you at online again for people who need to check you out?
On Twitter is Zeke_Mercer. For Instagram is _Zeke_Mercer. And on Facebook it's just Zeke Mercer. It's not Zeke the Mercer. It's not D Zeke Mercer. It's just Zeke Mercer. Oh. I had a lot of complaints about the
yeah, sometimes people gotta get their social media straight, right?
Yeah.
So all right, so in the meantime, hey everybody, go check out our good friend Slice on Broadway, New York City style. Yins are made. Our good friends up the street here. You guys, I think you grabbed a little bit of it. I know our last guest did over on Awesome Cast. So helping feed our crew here, joining us in studio over the years. Oh, I keep landing on Zeke on the phone there. What am I doing here?
My phone's always blowing up.
I got an itchy trigger finger over here.
You never know. I may like.
All those people asking how that slice is. That's what's going on there.
I love.
So our good friends again, support Pittsburgh podcasting with a perfect pepperoni pizza. So go check that out if you're in the area. If you are not, please support your independent pizza provider. So we're going to take a quick break, get things rounded up for. God, and words are not working tonight.
You're a trooper, man. You just. Come on. How many episodes is this? What number episode is this?
I don't know anymore.
Exactly. We're the 800s.
I don't know. In the 800s.
Come on, man.
I like maybe I just dropped the numbers after that.
Everyone cut Sorg slack. If he stumbles his words, it's fine.
That's all right. Still recovering. I'm still recovering from like 2 weekends ago. So.
Yeah, man.
My head's full. Hold it.
I will say on behalf of Pittsburgh, Sorg, we appreciate you.
Thank you. Oh,
thank you. Trust me.
Thank you.
And if someone doesn't understand how important Sorg is, we will defend you. We will let them know. We will educate them because Sorg's important.
Oh my God.
Sorg is very important.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, Sorg, you're loved. You love Sorg.
Yeah. There was a chat that got into a Team Sorg thing the other day, and I was like, oh no, guys.
If you drop merch tomorrow, I'm buying it.
If I drop, I have. Well, I don't have Sorg merch, but
you drop Sorg merch.
You said I should drop Sorg merch. What would Sorg merch be? What is Zeke merch going to be? Because you need a refresh over there.
I do need a new I haven't dropped a shirt in a year.
How about a shirt that says, "This is my new Zeke Mercer shirt"?
Yeah. Because I'm a dickhead, I will post something like that.
You need to get. Listen, we got it because we understand on the board for VCW, he was labeled as RSW Champion Zeke Mercer explicitly on the paper. And this was not at RSW.
Right. I
real shoot.
And by the way, I did not have access to the run sheet. I don't write my name nowhere. I
So,
just saw it and I started laughing.
main event Zeke Mercer is a thing, and then that is a T-shirt
That should be
happening.
Yeah.
right.
That should happen. And then like this is my new Zeke Mercer shirt. I'm definitely gonna have to do that one day.
There you go.
Just because, and it has to be a limited run.
I mean,
it can't be like forever. It has to be like all right, guys, for the next.
It'd be
3
really
weeks.
funny. It'd be really funny if every year you came out with a new shirt that says, "This is my new Zeke Mercer shirt,"
With different colors.
different color.
yes,
Exactly.
Dude.
yes.
Dude, don't get me started because I'll drop one
do
on
it.
June and I'll
Let's
make it
do
a
it.
rainbow color that said this is my new Zeke
Boom.
Mercer shirt.
There you go.
Boom.
You got this.
I should do it in the non-binary colors. People get confused. Like, why? It's like, oh, you learn something new about me every day. But yeah, I should do that.
I mean,
Honestly, I support that. That sounds like a great idea.
and also,
Hell, do Ukrainian colors too.
I should.
Why not?
That'd be a pretty good color scheme.
it would. It's going around.
It's going
going around.
Yeah, man.
So,
Going around.
I got really confused because I saw Tito Oric's promo video, and I'm trying to wait, which flag is that again? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but anyways, very very topical right now. But that's for something else. Guys, we're gonna go to commercial here. I think we're gonna go to commercial here. But oh wow, yeah, there it is. There it is. Having these promotions popping up opens up more opportunities, says Tina. AEW, WWE guys coming within the next few months for her out there, and she's saying how they run Sundays. I feel like everywhere but Pittsburgh runs like Sundays and Fridays.
It's like everyone's kind of afraid
It's
to
wild.
run
I don't know what happened to PTSD the promoters in this town, and then
Sorg, do you think it's because people are leaving to perform at other shows on those days?
Maybe because maybe that's it. I don't know. It's weird, But anyways, where the hell are we going?
Commercial.
That's what we're doing. How do I run a show? Oof. We'll be right back after this.
What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohema, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm going to pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
foot or an inch, yeah, I fight for you all. Is the truth and I'm in, yeah, I fight for every breath that I...
The world of pro wrestling, it's bigger than ever. So how can you possibly keep up with everything that's happening? Just pro wrestling news. Don't fear falling behind. Give us just 5 minutes every morning and we'll catch you up on the biggest news in the world of pro wrestling. No filler, no rumors, no spoilers, no pop-ups. Just pro wrestling news. Subscribe on your favorite podcast app or tell your smart speaker to play the Just Pro Wrestling News podcast. Find out more. Go to justprowrestlingnews.com.
Savon's Legendary Podcast.
Watch out on the TV network on Roku.
Grind City. And you know this, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like right place, right time, out of nowhere.
So what you saying?
Former tag team partner coming to save.
Tony Johnson, we saw him battle Edric earlier, but this is a 2-on-1 mugging.
What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
time for Mayhem Mania. And yeah, it screwed everything up by not having a show last week, of course. But at least you got the Talking Mayhem Mania that I forgot to post my busy week. So you were not without content. But we have with us presiding over, because we had we had a conflict of some sort with our ongoing host. But with us, he is back. Mainstream Matt of Just Pro Wrestling News.
Oh my God! I'm still preparing. Can you vamp for a minute?
Can I vamp for a second? Oh yeah. You know what? We got the perfect thing. Actually, we got the perfect thing because Zeke, you have a question for Tina.
Oh, okay. So Tina.
Yes.
How was Defy? Because I love watching their stuff. I love our product. I'm sorry, I love them. I want to go out there and see this stuff. But how was it?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago was like my first show there, and I loved it. The energy was like awesome. The crowd was like on point for every match.
Did that Isaiah match versus that? What's that? Nick something? Nick? What's the 16-year-old's name? Dang it!
Nick.
Yes. How was that match? Did that match happen?
No. So the Swerve with versus Nick Wayne happened this past Saturday. Damn. So I didn't get to go to that show, unfortunately.
Oh, I heard that match was so good.
Yeah, I heard it too.
That's the problem. I need to go out there some way, or just somehow get this. I'm pretty sure they have a streaming service.
There are a couple of promotions out here. Just make your networks. I'm just saying. Look, yeah. So yeah, that show was great. There's a clip of a part of that match with Swerve and Nick Wayne and Nick Wayne's mom being involved a little bit. So
I saw that. That's what I was like. This match had to be insane. But my first Defy ever exposure to Defy was like Leo Rush versus Shane Strickland, and it was like the most beautifully cinematography match I've ever seen. I still go back to watch that, not for wrestling purposes, because I love filmmaking, I love cinematography, and that was like the match. I hate the fact that it's so long, longer than 20 minutes is long for some people. But if I show someone what's the match that got will get people in wrestling, because that's music quality was good, character work was good, wrestling was good, and the cinematography was at perfection.
And the cool thing about Defy is that you don't recognize that the matches are long because you're just so enthralled in the action that's going on. You don't pay attention to how long it's been going.
See, we need stuff like that. That's great. To where you just forget time. But we need more stuff like that. It's I get, old school wrestling, slower, but the high-paced stuff is so much fun because you just, or at least the medium-paced stuff. When you forget, it's been 20 minutes. I kind of forget that King of Megan O'Connor went 60 minutes. How many freaking times? It's not even the first time. But you can watch that match and be like, oh, it's been an hour. Oh, and you realize, wait, they wrestled for an hour straight, no stops, no breaks, just an hour straight of wrestling. I was like, oh, that's beautiful. Stuff like that. Sorry, I nerd out wrestling. Wrestlers who love wrestling kill me. I know.
And you're of that school where you appreciate that Jonathan Gresham Pure Rules kind of stuff, right?
I love that stuff.
So
too.
My God, how did you enjoy that Pure Rules match Saturday?
It was
between
great.
Josh and Victor.
It was fun. It's fun. It was I don't really see much of Josh comparatively as much as the people highlight Gresham. But Gresham was freaking good, and it's kind of cool that we both have a amateur wrestling background. So does Savage Gentleman. So it's I'm watching basically two amateurs go at it, two amateur wrestlers going at it.
And that's the thing, and I hope that the live crowd appreciates this, and I don't know, but they seem to be into it. But when you get into these Pure Rules matches like this, it's these little details, right? And you do need the announcer to point out some of the details so you can appreciate more, which is the same thing when you watch an MMA show,
right?
Because we've been producing so many, but I'm still relatively new novice at understanding all the intricacies of it. But when we got a good announcer we're working with, and they're like this, hell, he's getting in and getting that. I was like, it just looks like two guys lying to each other, and I don't know what the hell's happening.
But that's why people,
you get into it.
That's why you need people like Joe Rogan who can tell a story, even though he's the most controversial person on Spotify right now. But But he's so
that's a different
good.
world. But when he's a commentator, he's an announcer. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, you can't deny that.
You cannot deny how good, because he can tell the story for you. All he needs is a couple notes and your win loss record.
Right.
All he needs is just you guys is to fight each other. He got it from there.
And that's the big thing too, because it really, I listen to the commentators to understand what I should use for a replay,
and
because I don't know necessarily. Oh, that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But when I catch them reacting to something, oh, this, and this, I was like, okay, we're going to tag that. Okay, we're going to tag that.
You could also use it to help spot certain things, like if a clutch was got on, or it's not a leg lock or a knee lock, or something like a low blow happens. Like they will spot it before you will spot it. You just got
My favorite thing of Saturday night was there was a thing where Victor was pulling back and had his arms. He had him in some kind of lock, but his hands were behind Josh's back, and he is struggling to lock his hands, and the commentators were really good. Like, they're on the monitor, they're paying attention.
Gotta love
to
Phil.
see, huh?
Gotta love Phil.
Right. Phil Stamper's great.
Yeah.
BC was getting along, getting the hashtag wrong most of the night. But like, you saw him struggle to clasp his hands and maybe didn't get a full on it, to get the hold really cinched in. And I can't remember what was happening. I'm sure his arms were behind his neck or something crazy like that.
Pure wrestling is for wrestling fans who grew up watching MMA first. You appreciate it more.
And that's not me, but
you will appreciate it more. If you grew up in the 70s and 80s, I was like, yo, well, Hogan's is going to be, because it's like the cartoonish like movement and dusty stuff. And like, if you just grew up watching, I don't know,
it's the opposite. Because what are you told? Big sweeping movements, broadcast to the back, and this is like the absolute opposite of that.
It's the meticulous. The people who love watching Interstellar.
You're not going to see a pure rules match in front of 100,000 people at WrestleMania.
No, but that's a good thing, because like there's 100,000 people.
Like, I don't think a pure rules match should be in a room with more than 500 people.
Right.
I don't think it works. But that's the great thing about it. I mean, it was kind of like the perfect COVID thing.
Also, I don't think that super indie matches belong everywhere.
That is true. Yes, absolutely.
There is a time. The thing about wrestling, there is a time and place for certain contextual wrestling. As long as you know the crowd and how you know the story that you're working, you can pretty much have any match you want.
Absolutely.
Right, like I think Will Ospreay is the best one who mastered this. Like people think like, oh, he only does flippy stuff. You should watch more of the New Japan stuff.
Oh God,
because he adapted. He can work England.
Him and Cage, man.
He can work the American style where he can just bump around himself a cage and then have a couple quick spots. Boom, 15 minutes. That's your main event. Put it on TV.
That's right.
He can do it. He can also have like 40-minute classics in New Japan
with like freaking Okada. Yeah,
and he can do it. He's mastered it. There's context to wrestling.
Absolutely.
And the people who actually pay attention will be treated so nicely.
Absolutely. Hey, man, how you doing over there?
I'm great.
You good? You good to go?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
All right, take it away.
All right, everybody. This is Mayhem Mania. Perhaps you've heard of it. It is the internet's favorite fantasy WrestleMania booking game. The goal is to create the best WrestleMania card possible within the boundaries of the current reality within all of us are living at this moment in time. Now, Mayhem Mania is a little different this year. Typically in years past, we restricted the match booking to only WWE wrestlers or those within the orbit of WWE. Basically, if Vince can do it, you can do it. You are Vince McMahon with, how's it go? Unlimited resources and zero self-control.
So basically, Vince McMahon.
Especially around WrestleMania
but
season.
There's also a night 2 for this year's Mayhem Mania where we are opening the Forbidden Door so that our wildest non-WWE matches basically can come true. We have 2 nights of matches, 6 matches each. Sorg, we've got some things to do tonight. Chad the Shad is not here. He has left a damn mess, as he has all year. But you know what? We're going to try to do this step by step. Let's go first through the 2 nights of cards, and then we will get into what has happened and which matches are ascending to a higher level. How do you feel about this? Let's start with night 1, Sorg. Let's go.
Yes, let's do that. I think I'm ready for night 1.
Okay, night 1. Here we go. Gunther versus Johnny Knoxville, created by Mad Mike.
That's death.
David Arquette versus Samoa Joe,
That's also
created
death.
by Mad Mike.
Mhm.
Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler, created by
That's the money.
Papa Judo.
Oh, yes.
Ronda Rousey versus Mako Satomura, created by Mad Mike.
All right.
Corey Graves versus Elias, created by
I'll watch that.
Sorgatron. Beth Phoenix versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley versus Big Mommy Cool, Raquel Gonzalez, created by DP, Dave Ponder. Not too shabby. All right, now we will proceed to night 2, the Forbidden Door night, where we have Danhausen versus The Fiend versus Joker Sting, created by Steve, a.k.a. Ron Starks. Jay White versus Darby Allin versus some guy named Lee Moriarty, created by Sorgatron.
Lee's going to get you. He's going to hear about this.
That'd be nice for him to come back to Pittsburgh.
You don't want
Couch
that.
is always open, Lee.
Okay, you're looking forward to this one, right, Sorg? Nomichi Marufuji versus Taiji Ishimori versus Minoru Suzuki and Tajiri, created by Ronnie Nicole.
That
Matt,
is a tag match, not a 4-way, right?
That's
Matt,
a tag match. I'm sorry.
you
I'll
might
read
as
it
well
again.
say Yoshihiro Tajiri. Just to really mess
I
with
will
you.
read it again for you. I will read it again, just for clarity, Sorg. Not because I enjoy reading these names. Nomichi Marufuji and Taiji Ishimori, the Bone Soldier, versus Minoru Suzuki and Yoshihiro Tajiri.
There we go.
Created by Ronnie Nicole. Brian Danielson, the American Dragon, versus Josh Alexander, created by Tina Keys. Oh, man, if only I knew Nick Gage's introduction off the top of my head. Nick Mother Flippin' Gage versus Wardlow, created by Mad Mike.
Yep.
And finally, take us home. The Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, versus the Pretty Boy Killers, Keith Lee and Shane Taylor, created by Sorgatron.
Could still happen.
I love this graphic. I love
be
that graphic.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say
so
that
fun, so
could
fun.
be main event the Garden.
Oh,
That could be main
man.
event the Garden.
So good. All right. So we've been, I guess. I mean, Chad's been playing a little game with everybody. It involved the Royal Rumble. It involved the Elimination Chamber. The bottom line is the results of these various matches have caused multiple matches on our 2 cards to graduate to what we will refer to as the Super Card, which means that they are locked in, and then we will open up room for us to create more matches. Typically, this honor is earned by surviving multiple weeks without being changed in any way, but Chad's game, I ain't complaining. We're all having fun. So, the 4 matches that have graduated. 4 matches have graduated, Sorgi. Are you ready for this? Of course you are. David Arquette versus Samoa Joe, presented by Mad Mike, has graduated to the Super Card. And also, Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler, created by Papa Judo.
Wow.
Let this be a lesson to all of you. Next time you think, I just let that match slide. What harm could it do? Let that be a lesson. Now Cesaro and Dolph Ziggler are on the Super Card. I hope you're all happy. As far as the Forbidden Door card, the 2 matches that have graduated are Sting versus The Fiend versus Danhausen, created by Steve, and Darby Allin versus Jay White versus Tyga Style, Lee Moriarty, all caps, no spaces, created by Sorgatron. So, Chad felt like raising the stakes even further. Not everyone is eligible to be used in Mayhem Mania. Some of them have been dispatched to a place we lovingly refer to as Space Jail. There's a bunch of people there right now. There's a wheel we spin. Sometimes they get out. We're not spinning tonight. Anyway.
We're spinning. Oh, no, we're spinning.
Are we?
Chad promised that we'd be spin. Everyone who graduated a match got a spin.
Oh, really? Chad's not here. Okay, well, we'll do that way. No, it's fine. Chad's game. I am merely a custodian tonight. I'm just cleaning up the mess. But anyway, we have to put the occupants of 2 of our matches in space jail. Okay?
Space jail.
So, by some permutation, by some series of unfortunate events, Gunther and Johnny Knoxville are now both in space jail.
What?
And in addition, also going to space jail, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Shane Taylor, and Keith Lee.
Wow.
They're in space.
Because those were the Elimination Chamber picks.
They were the first people eliminated. I believe.
Yeah.
So
what the hell? Do we even have enough slots for all those guys?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So Sorg, I don't know. Put him on the wheel somewhere. You got the wheel. Jesus, Sorgy, take the wheel. And,
I do. It's by me. It's by me in the podcast studio at all times on other shows. Some of them pay to use the studio.
So do you have any idea? Do we have any idea who else is in? I'll tell you who else is in space jail.
Yeah, I mean, we know who else.
We're lovingly referred to as space jail. Also in space jail, Avery Good, Commander Sterling, Jesse McKay, Ray Phoenix, Sonny Kiss, Ultra Mantis Black, Will Ospreay, and Ziggy Hyam. Okay. So, all right. So those are the people in space jail, and now, like we said, Gunther and Johnny Knoxville and Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa and Shane Taylor and Keith Lee are now all in space jail. Now, we've got ourselves a bit of a pickle. We've got graduated matches.
Several pickles. A whole jar of pickles.
There's supposed to be some sort of reward for this, but Steve and Papa Judo are not here to receive reward. Plus, we have 5 players here tonight to play Mayhem Mania. But we have 6 openings on our cards.
Chad,
what a mess!
Chad's kinda messed us up a lot.
You know what the mistake was?
You left Chad
Making it 2 nights was the mistake. That was the mistake.
This is probably not the right year to do that. Yeah.
I think maybe leaving Chad in charge was the mistake.
I also called the show off sick a week ago. So that,
you know what?
I think
it's
things have compounded.
We'll never miss it. Trust the process, Sorg. Trust the process.
I don't think I ever canceled a show during Mayhem Mania before, and I will never do it again.
Be like Brian Johnson and the Philadelphia 76ers.
I did realize.
Trust the process.
I did realize a year ago I had COVID and didn't cancel the show. So, I wussed out this year. I'm sorry, guys.
We've got some things to figure out, guys.
Yes.
Girl, friends. And the thing we have to figure out here is, first of all, how are we going to go about the awarding of reward to the good people here who've graduated a match, those being Sorg and Mad Mike. And also, how are we going to fill 6 open spaces on our cards with 5 people?
Well, I think Ronnie's reward should be given to Zeke.
Why?
Because Ronnie did not show up for the show.
He thought it was Wednesday. He's tired. He's a hardworking man.
No.
What the craziest thing is, I don't even know
he
what
was
the
tweeting
reward is
about
supposed to
watching
be.
Batman the Animated Series in the afternoon. He was not a hardworking man today. He thinks it's Sunday. He doesn't know what day it is.
Roddy's a hardworking gentleman. Leave him alone. Let him get his.
He hasn't been indoctrinated into the juggaloism yet. Wait till August.
Sorg, I have no numbers assigned for anyone who's in space jail right now. We could spin the wheel all night. Nothing's going to happen. I don't know how.
Sweet, let's go.
Oh no, you gave him a reason.
Surely someone has a list of who's in which cell, right?
All right, we'll do that next week.
No, we don't, because Chad didn't put them in cells before. We just had them listed from 1 to whatever.
All right, you know what?
Yeah. It changed on each week. It changed on each week.
I got to make a call here. I got to make a call because we've got to move forward. We're not spinning the wheel. Everyone can just stay their ass in Space Jail this week. We're just no one gets out.
How do you make Sorg angry on his own show?
Matt, look at sad Sorg. Sad
There's
Sorg.
16 years of me getting angry on my own show.
Wait, hold on. Tina has chimed in. I'm obligated to listen to her first. Okay, go ahead.
At least do one spin. I mean, look at Sorg. Look at him.
I have.
Spin it, I don't know who's gonna get out.
Matt, I have a solution. I'm a solutions-oriented guy. Okay. Because Sorg and I graduated matches, we each get a spin. Sorg and I have to guess if it's odd or even. If we are right, we get to pick a person to take out of Space Jail. If we are wrong, we do not.
I approve. Let's do it.
Aces.
Spin the wheel.
Mike, odd or even?
Okay. Evens.
Wheel of Space
Yes!
Jail. Turn.
Point two.
Hey, that's my
Yes!
All right.
You know where this is going.
Yeah, you
Now,
do.
Are you going to free the other half of the Iconics?
I am inspired. Jesse McKay, get the fuck out of prison. Get the fuck out of Space Jail. Yes.
In Space Jail for like 2 months. Gotta be joking me.
I
All right,
know.
Sorg, odds or evens?
Evens.
Spin it.
12.
Yes.
Yay, who's out?
Shane Taylor.
Yay.
Wow.
I agree.
Okay.
Get out of there
Okay.
punching people. Come on.
All right, now we've got to figure out how are we going to fill. Well, you know what? I'll help. I'll be the
I was
sixth
gonna say,
player.
you can make a
I'll
match
be
in
the
that.
sixth player. So we will all create tonight. None of us will have to worry about making a move per se. All we have to do, all you yins, let me start. All you've got to do is make a match. That's all you
Okay.
gotta do.
I got
Now,
mine.
but I must warn you,
Yes.
tread lightly, because once we run out of open spots on the Forbidden Door night, you will be forced to book something on WWE night. I will go last.
Oh,
It's only fair.
How many open slots do we have?
That's the challenge.
We have 6 open spots.
Okay.
And since Mad Mike and Sorg got reward tonight, we'll let them go first. So the order of
Okay.
play will be Mad Mike, then Sorg, then DP, then Tina, then Zeke, and then I'll go last. And I'll take the
Okay.
scraps because this was my dumb idea. Okay. And I didn't even come prepared. Mad Mike,
Oh man.
create a match to fill one of the openings on one of these 2 cards.
Oh boy. All right.
Start the clock.
Oh, well, clock. Hold on.
see,
I don't have the
where do
clock. I don't have a clock.
Where do I want to go with this? I wasn't expecting the space shell. Okay, here. Yeah. I think we're gonna do this. We're going to do the inspiration versus Mia Yim and Athena.
Okay. All right. I like it. That's good. All right. Good deal.
No, I found a clock. It's not even the right time zone.
Countdown.
That's not a
Take it.
countdown. I don't know.
Mad Mike. Well done. Excellent work. Thanks for not letting them hang out there for too long. All right. Sorgatron, you are up. DP is on deck.
I got this.
Start the clock.
Since he has been liberated, I'm going to give
informal clock.
Shane Taylor against, let me double check he's not used here. I don't think he's in space jail. Do. Lance Archer.
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
I was inspired because Lance is taking on Jonah in a couple weeks at another promotion, and that I get to witness the calamity. And I just want to see, and I'm inspired because I just edited Shane knocking the fuck out Ryan Edmonds. Apparently, there's several fan video angles of this. So I want to see big, meaty man slapping meat and punching each other in the face.
Okay. Well, I like it. It's been it's nice to see Lance Archer on here. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He deserves it.
DP, you're up. Tina,
Okay.
you're on deck. DP, tread lightly. There's only one.
Nope, I'm going to make it easy for people. I'm going to pull what I'll call the Vince McMahon special.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
So we're going for the Federation night.
Okay.
I'm calling it that. I'm going old school.
Fed night. Okay.
Fed night. So we're going Commander Aziz
Oh, jeez.
versus Omos.
Oh no.
Versus.
Why?
Versus.
So loud.
No.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay.
No, sorry about that. Versus the man who has been coming and coming and coming
Family show.
since October.
Shoosh.
Veer.
Veer.
Oh boy.
Veer is near, but Veer is not yet here. All right.
I'm surprised you didn't throw Shanky in there. Like
Where's
just
Sangha? Where's
just-
Sangha?
Just 3 tall men slapping air.
And think
Veer.
about the promos coming up between Commander Aziz, Omos, and Veer.
God, I'd rather
Think
not.
about that promo.
I'd really rather not.
The Commander Aziz, the small guy in the match, trying to like lucha his way out of that.
Hey, you know what? He gets to work the cruiser style, so that's good for him.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. All right. Good.
You could have put Kali in there. You could have made Riz happy and put Kali in.
You know, we're not here to make people happy. We're here to hurt feelings. But so far, smooth sailing. All right, Tina is up. Zeke is on deck.
I have a question.
Tina, I will
How many-
remind you there is only one opening for a match left on the Forbidden Door night.
Okay, that was my question. How many slots were left on both nights?
Yep.
How many is
One-
left on night 1?
2 fed, one
slot-
door.
Excuse me, sir. One slot on Forbidden Door night and 2 slots left on Fed night.
I'll go ahead and put it on Fed night. I feel something's missing. So let's do Carmelo Hayes
Okay.
versus Ricochet.
Okay.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa.
All right.
I like that.
Zeke's having a
When
time
Tina,
on that.
when Tina shoots, she don't miss.
The A
I love
champion.
that. I love that. That's great. I love that. I love everything
The
about
A
that.
champion against the B player.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Zeke,
Badly.
So,
you
okay.
are up. I've got good news. You are you're free and clear. You have an opening on either Forbidden Door night or WWE night.
So
Have at
it can, so Forbidden Door night is anyone from a company, including the Fed, right?
You cannot use anyone from
Can't
the
use
Fed
anyone from the Fed.
on Forbidden Door night. But
I
anyone
can
else,
use
yes.
Everyone else?
Anyone else.
Anyone, literally anyone else.
Wait,
we had
wait,
a
wait,
a
wait.
zombie Rick Rude one week.
I got
Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. You can't book yourself.
That's fine. I don't care.
Leave that to me. Okay. Go ahead.
Also a question: is Lee still available?
No.
Nope.
No.
No, Keith Lee is.
No,
No, not
He's
Keith Lee.
locked
Lee
in,
Moore.
No,
graduated.
No, he
neither
graduated.
Lee is
He
available
graduated.
right now.
Okay, so
Yeah, he is. This is a graduated match.
let me get Dante Martin versus Will Ospreay.
Whoa!
Okay. I love hammering
Okay.
on the
So I'm
rules.
keeping-
sorry, Zeke. Will Ospreay is in space jail.
What?
That's right.
All right. Then let me get the. Damn.
Back to the drawing board.
Yeah. Hold on. I can come up 1-1.
Take your time, because I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to book.
I have a feeling Matt's is going to be.
Oh, then let me get Jonathan Gresham versus Daniel Garcia.
Jonathan Gresham versus.
Yeah.
It doesn't
do
have.
that.
It doesn't
We
have to
can
be
do that.
pure rules. It's just gonna be hard hitting.
Yeah.
So
Violence.
Yo, when we get the Patreon
Yo,
on the
I
bank,
want someone to come back later at Patreon on the bank and just make that a TLC match. Just to see what happens.
we'll see.
We'll see.
No, Jonathan Gresham will kill somebody if we try to book him in a WLC match. He will kill you.
I was gonna make the bad joke. I'm not gonna make the joke.
Man,
though.
I guess wait till we come back around on Patreon in the bank night, and I make Gunther versus Knoxville a pure rules match.
Oh.
could you imagine Johnny Knoxville locking on an armbar and just wrenching? Gunther just like he's begging for the ropes.
Although now I look at you know what I want to be a pure rules match.
What?
Alexander and Danielson.
That will have to be the crescendo of all pure rules.
Or just for fun, we'll just make Gage and Wardlow a pure rules. Oh man, my
it would kill me if
my
Gage was tentacles out.
imagination, my imagination's going wild right now. Anyways, you know what? Hey, while we're at it, there you go. Sting, Fiend, Danhausen.
But if I had Lee, it
Going
was
straight
going to be
Fiend.
Lee versus Will Ospreay. So
mhm.
that was my first pick. That's why to make sure like Lee was still on the table.
You wouldn't want Joe versus David Arquette in a Pure Rules match?
No.
Oh, it hurts. So this hurts.
I don't have that much time.
I mean, better than Arquette in a death match. So
I cannot
Still
wait
just
to
go
make
the other
RJ
way.
City the ref of that match. Cannot wait for it.
Oh, he will love it too. He's gonna be a big thing.
I know.
It's gonna be great. I mean, money. So
Like, would you even remember the match? You'd be just watching RJ the whole time as he just kind of like
it was like there's a match.
vamps in his referee shirt. It'd be crazy.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, he'll ref it right down the middle because he is the babyface.
Oh yeah,
He is the babyface.
the baby face.
It's a lot of pressure, though. I'm worried that RJ would kind of like, tense up a little bit, but I'm sure he's up for the task.
But I'm glad I picked a decent match.
Oh yeah,
No, it was
good match. Good match.
Good.
No complaints.
stuff.
All right. Thank you for vamping. I have come up with a match that I can
Is
happily
it
put
all
into
NXT
WWE night.
2.0?
It is not all NXT 2.0. I'm not going there. As badly as I want to book Toxic Attraction in a match, I can't think of a suitable opponent for them.
Team Bad.
No, give me a break. No one. I'm sorry. I've already said too much. We're not booking Toxic Attraction on this, all right?
Shame,
But
man.
I will get an NXT performer, one I think is a real hot shot prospect onto this card, because we are going to book an 8-man tag.
Oh boy.
It is going to be Roman Reigns, Jey
Oh.
Uso,
Okay.
Jimmy Uso,
Yep, I know where you're going.
and Third Uso, Solo Sikoa,
Wow.
the Bloodline,
Of NXT.
versus the Ultimate Farmer, Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah.
We're going to reunite him with his old buddy Shelton Benjamin.
Oh,
And then to
Minnesota
fill out-
Wrecking Crew.
To fill out this murder squad.
Oh, please. Yeah.
Alpha Academy.
Mm.
So there you go.
Oh man, so you're reuniting.
That would be
You're
so
reuniting
insane.
American Alpha as well. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Alpha Academy. but-
Yeah,
That
Shelton
is there's
Benjamin
a
Gable.
variation. There's a Gable Benjamin tag
Yeah.
team somewhere in WWE.
Just
history.
call them the Wrecking Crew. Just call them the Wrecking Crew. That's it.
We'll let them come up with their Survivor Series style names at a later date. But yeah, that works good. I got my NXT guy on there. I got Chad Gable on here, well deserved. And so, shall we recap the card, Sword?
Yes.
Recap the card. That's a fun
Yes.
tradition, right? Okay, let's go. All right. Where shall we start? Okay, night one, Fed night. Commander Aziz versus Omos versus Veer,
Give it to me.
created by DP.
Oh yes.
I love this with Zeke like whispering like
Yes.
amen
Sweet
into my
nothings
ear
into
while we're
everyone's
doing
ear.
it. I love it.
Our encouragement. Baby. Keep going.
Carmelo Hayes, the A-Champ, versus Ricochet, created by Tina.
Oof.
The Bloodline versus Brock Lesnar, Shelton Benjamin, and Alpha Academy,
Sounds sexy.
created by me. Ronda Rousey versus Miko Satomura. I can't remember. Elias versus Corey Graves.
Beautiful.
Definitely created by Sword. Beth Phoenix versus Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Gonzalez versus Bianca Belair.
That's money.
How is that not graduated yet? I'm pretty sure that's been on for a solid month. And a
That
half.
has just simply been residing there for weeks. But hey, trust the process. Night 2, Forbidden Door Night. The Inspiration versus Mia Yim and Athena, created by Mad Mike. Shane Taylor versus Lance Archer, created by Sword. We gotta get the research department has to find out if that match has happened. I didn't even know that.
I feel like it has.
I feel like that has to happen. Nomichi Marufuji and Taiji Ishimori versus Minoru Suzuki and Ishiro Tajiri, created by Ronnie Nicole. Josh Alexander versus Brian Danielson, can't remember. Nick Gage versus Wardlow.
Bloody.
And Jonathan Gresham versus Daniel Garcia, created by Zeke Mercer.
That's gonna be some money right there.
Stay tuned.
That's money right there. I
For
don't know about that, but yeah, that's money right there.
fucking Mayhem Mania. We're not going to be playing the old normal game where I guess who made which move. Although,
No, that'd be weird.
given my memory at my age, it could still be fun. So we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Hold on. Lance Archer and Shane Taylor have had 2 matches together.
Where and when?
I'm going to
Definitely in
look
Texas.
for it right now.
Okay. Guys, what did you learn from wrestling this week? Who would like to go first? There's a lot of us here.
You know what? I'll go first.
Go for it.
And this is from last week.
Mhm.
And I'll say this: if true, based on what I believe it was Dax who said this on the podcast about when he talked to Shawn Michaels before the beatdown at the Raw anniversary show, and F. Shawn Michaels, if that's true.
What?
The fact that he basically, when he kind of bared his soul to Shawn Michaels before about the issues he was having, his mental issues that he was having. And then Shawn was like, oh yeah, I understand. And I feel exactly the same way, and how my wife, but when he got around Hunter and he got around the Clique, he was making fun of him because of all the issues he was having when he was around his friends.
Who was this that was having the problems?
Shawn. I get Dax.
It's
Yeah.
Dax from
Dax,
FTR.
Dax Hardwood from FTR.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was saying how he was having, he was confiding to Shawn Michaels one-on-one, but when Shawn went with the group, with the Clique, Shawn was like, "Oh yeah, all the problems that you're having, ha 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 ha," and he was laughing it up with Triple H, and but the only one who was a decent human being was X-Pac. Literally, the only one of the group is like, ugh. And it was on Renee's podcast that he was talking about. Yeah, oral sessions. Yeah, and it was like, ugh, yeah, I mean, it's one thing to say Shawn, Shawn in the late 80s, early 90s was a miserable human being, but it's like, this was not, this is recent. This is recent. Yeah.
Right.
Don't put your heroes on pedestals.
Never do.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mike, what about you?
First I will give you the history of Lance Archer and Shane Taylor.
Oh.
I have 5 matches. 2 of them they teamed together, which you can probably find fairly easily. But the first time they had the Killer Elite Squad, Davey Boy Smith and Lance Archer versus the Pretty Boy Killers back in 2016.
Wow.
At a show called VIP Texas Mania.
Is that Texas connection? Of course they ran
VIP.
into each other.
And
by the way, Shane showed up at RWA with a VIP championship. So
there you go. In 2017, Lance Hoyt and Shane Taylor had their only one-on-one match at the Cody Rhodes Summer Circus show in Texas.
I don't remember that show. What?
I'm gonna look and see what's on that show as soon as I read the rest of this list.
Okay.
On ROH Global Wars 2017, Suzuki-gun, Davey Boy Smith, Lance Archer, and Minoru Suzuki went up against Jay Lethal, Kenny King, and Shane Taylor. And in New Japan, the beginning in US 2019, Shane Taylor and Lance Archer teamed up twice. Once against Colt Cabana and John Schuyler, and another time against Colt Cabana and Jonathan Gresham. So that's their history.
Wow. All Texas. I did find.
I love that there was a Lance Hoyt in there. That's nice.
I did find.
Really nice.
I did find one of the tag matches from VIP. There's a little bit of it there. So there you go. There you go.
So at this Cody Rhodes Summer Circus show, one of the matches, Adam Cole and Britt Baker won the big top tag team titles from Roppongi Vice.
Wait, that was a Cody Rhodes. I remember those shows. They were these big top.
2017. 2017.
I said 2017.
Yeah. Okay.
From Wrestle
so yeah,
Circus.
because I remember Wrestle Circus, but that's not.
Yeah.
Is that the Cody Rhodes thing?
That's the Cody Rhodes thing.
So I remember
it's
Wrestle
Circus, the Cody Rhodes Summer Circus show.
Is this a was this like a Joey Janela kind of
No,
this gimmick where they brought in Cody and named the show after him?
I think maybe it was something like that because Wrestle Circus was running and they had ridiculous cards and we're like, who the fuck is running this show, right? And that included when that happened.
This was a short-lived show down in the Austin area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Promotion. Yeah. And this, I think, oh gosh, what's his face's name? This is how this was kind of like a spotlight on Sammy Guevara too. That's how he got his name out there mainly.
Yeah, Sammy Guevara had a match against JT Dunn.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Cody defended the ROH title against Scorpio Sky. Let's see.
Yeah, they just had the most bonkers matches and cards.
Yeah, Lance Hoyt and Shane Taylor was the opener for that show.
Yeah.
Actually, a good, interesting fact about Wrestle Circus: they were the first wrestling promotion to stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember that being a thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jeez, just going through some of these match graphics are pretty
Yeah,
bonkers.
you're right. I remember there being like a lot of like, they were booking big shows and people were talking about them, but yeah, it was like there was always kind of like an era of like, is this sustainable? And
Yeah. I mean, and then the
history
answer
has
is,
proven that out.
and the answer is, look at Warrior Wrestling, because that's basically the model they're doing now, right? And they're doing something very right. So, yeah, I don't know. So, although Twitch is, man, Twitch got some interesting ideas about what to do with wrestling. It's been an interesting road for Twitch, and I don't know. Who's next? Matt, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
Oh yes, Sorg. I learned that hey, WrestleMania week is back, baby.
Holy crap!
Some of the matches that have been coming out have been crazy. The one that came out tonight, there's another spring break match that got announced. I hope it's a spring break match. Anyway, it's Minoru Suzuki versus Effie. No big deal. Just Minoru Suzuki versus Effie.
By the way,
just a little match.
I have to miss this, but we're sending video crews down. Effie versus Brock Sampson's happening at Conquest at the end of the month.
Let's go.
They let's
do that
the wrestling
too.
like universe is like kind of like imploding upon itself.
my gosh.
Like it is the multitude of madness, but it just within wrestling.
Boy, we won't be able to paper.
believe-
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna. The only other match I wanted to mention also on this is that Bloodsport's doing John Moxley versus Biff Busick. Which I responded and I go, wow, okay.
That one, I'd like to put eyes on that one.
I'd like to see it because it's just amazing stuff. That's what WrestleMania week's all about. So it's cool to see it coming back a little bit like that.
It's literally our Super Bowl week.
It is. It really
like
is.
it's not just like one game. It's all the matches.
Bro.
It's not just one big. It is all of them.
So you could argue it's better than Super Bowl week. because
It's
Super Bowl
always
week
been.
just has that one game.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: as much as I like Green Bay and I wear Steelers gear, I don't like football that much. It's just football.
yeah.
I like when people slap each other and hit each other and kick each other in the stomach.
Yeah.
That's fun stuff. I like seeing people go through tables. That's fun. That's the most irritating stuff. Than taking a ball and running down the field. I mean, like, come on.
Cheaper tickets too.
I don't know about that.
Since we shouted out Phil Stamper a little bit earlier,
Yes.
he does a good job keeping track of the indies.
He is the president of wrestling.
Running an updated graphic of like all the indie shows going on for WrestleMania week, and it's nuts. But if you check him out on Twitter, you'll find his stuff.
Amazing.
He also
Really good
runs a
stuff.
updated graphic of all wrestling shows happening within the month and all seminars that happen in the month. So please follow him. You'll probably find something close to your area. He is the president of wrestling. He knows his stuff.
Between him and WrestleMap.com.
Yes.
If you're a traveling wrestling fan, big resources there. So.
Or even just a wrestler. Just look around.
Yeah,
Like,
even
it's
a
crazy.
wrestler.
You just look like he has everything.
If you're like use it for research, absolutely. Because I know some wrestlers, some people we know are like, is anybody running in North Carolina or something like that? It's like, well, just fucking follow this guy.
Just
look at the map, look at this guy's thing.
You could probably just ask him. And just be like, hey, do you know anything about like what's going on in North Carolina? He'll be like, oh, here's.
I think I had a side Twitter conversation with Phil at one point,
right?
And it was like, I wish there was something that we took this list and we could map it. And he said, I think he said somebody was doing that for a bit and they just fell out of it.
Right.
But man, that's the thing. To combine that like all together, and I know I was doing it with PittsburghWrestling.com for a while, and I fell out of it with the blip. But or SoCal Uncensored does this as well for that. For SoCal. But man, just to take that, so like I just want that resource of, and the WrestleMaps does this. So when I go travel for a client, I go look what are the promotions, and then I go to each of their web pages to see if they have a show running that weekend, and that's how I try to end up in a show that's happening by go-karts in
Right.
a field somewhere,
And
in Detroit.
Even if people didn't want to use that map of information all the time,
God.
I think the biggest thing you could probably get out of it would be for like the Big Four,
Yeah.
because everyone runs the Big Four like it's WrestleMania week. So like you could just be like, all right, it's Survivor Series.
Boom.
Here's all the shows. Here's
Yes.
all the matches.
Yes.
Here's locations
Yes.
of all the shows happening, including the Fed stuff.
Yeah.
In the area, wherever city, like Philly, Chicago, Arizona.
I mean,
that week.
how many wrestlers just roll down there? I mean, just like looking for spots, bring the bag.
Like here you go. Here's the list.
Our friends from New Fear City, they worked with us on a boxing event in Boston, out of New York.
Right.
I talked to Nick, and he's just like, we're going down. We're offering the wrestlers pay what you can for promos, to do high end promos for them.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
Like it's get your hustle on, and
guys, it's the resources are out there.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
So do what I guess failing to do is just go out there and get it, because right now I'm in college, guys. I can't just drop the money.
Oh, with this college excuse
I
again.
can't keep just dropping weekends and not doing these papers, guys. I have priorities.
But you could go down to WrestleMania.
You're right,
could
but
find your
most
way
likely
down to WrestleMania
I have like
you
probably
might know a couple people going to
I have
WrestleMania
like 6
weekend.
papers due. Like, Sorg, do you understand that I'm paying for one thing, right, and like paying another way?
Wait,
Like,
wait. When you graduate next year, right?
yeah.
You go, so.
Technically, I'm a senior. This is crunch time. I can't be like
2024. I better see you hanging around WrestleMania weekend.
I would cry if I would. Like, guys, I did it. I'm doing something important.
Even you're not booked and you're just down there,
Yeah.
All right. We gotta get through the rest of this. Who's next? What'd you learn from wrestling? Zeke, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
Just the same thing I learn every week. It's crazy. Nothing makes sense. The past, like, ever since like January of this year, everything's been turned on its head.
Mm-hmm.
What you should take away from is, for fans, be very excited. This is a very interesting time in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Everything seems to be hitting the wall in the sense of like matches and events.
Mm-hmm.
For wrestlers, this is the time to get out there, make some moves, make some connections, shake some hands, become friendly. Because you may never know when you're going to end up on a pay-per-view on the internet, or you may just know someone who can get you in the card to be on the collective. It is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just do what you can. If you keep saying wrestling is dying, or the wherever scene is dead, you're not paying attention.
You're looking in the wrong place.
You're looking in the wrong place.
That's right.
There's more to wrestling than just WWE, AEW, and Impact. There is a kaleidoscope of wrestling, and you just need to look to your left or right.
So, who's left? Who's left in this? I can't remember. Where we're at. Go ahead.
I learned that MJF has finally turned face.
There you go.
That's also a thing.
I'm sorry. That promo, I'll never boo that man again.
Dude, that just proves that the butterfly effect is really like a thing in wrestling, and that right there should canalize that like what you do as a wrestler may affect you in the future.
Dude, and it sets up whatever it is, because MJF's going to do the thing that's going to take that and then turn it on its head, so you'll hate him even more.
He's going to win by punching Punk in the face with a roll of quarters.
Something, right?
Right,
But no, he's gonna do the thing.
He's gonna do the thing.
Because now you're like showing sympathy for the devil, and then the devil's gonna fuck you.
Oh yeah,
and you're gonna hate him so much more.
But here's the thing.
After this,
Here's the thing. When he wins, the devil won, and everyone's like, I hate this, but it's going to seem like Punk's the bad guy. Because if he beats the
I really hope
Punk's the bad guy.
That match.
Yeah, I just really interested to see what happens. Tina, did you go yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
It's kind of, mine was just to kind of piggyback off of Matt, like how the collective cards are shaping up. For the culture, they just announced the Hitmakers versus Shin.
I'm sorry I popped for that. I stepped all over you, Tina. But like
No, that's okay too. And then on top of that too, alongside on Joey Janela's Spring Break, AJ Gray's getting his shot against Moxley too.
Jeez.
I because I've been working RWA shows for you, Sorg, I've gotten to see, first of all, Shane Taylor up close, which is fantastic. But O'Shea Edwards is awesome too. He's really, really awesome.
I gotta admit, even though he's
that
scary.
dude needs a microphone and a lot of ring time somewhere now on television.
Yes,
he can do it.
See a lot of his stuff. You can see like a lot of his beginnings and a lot of his good stuff was when he was doing the Georgia Indies as well as the Indies in DC, Baltimore area too.
Dude, the DC area is blowing up with like African American PLC just wrestling. Like it's becoming like one of the epicenters of that, along with St. Louis. But it's just holy hell. Like, I'm telling you, if you think wrestling is dead, you need to look to your left or right.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and then you have Pro Wrestling Vibe with their big weekend coming up in mid-June as well too.
Right. So it's just come on, guys. Wrestling's not dead. It's more alive than ever. There's so many goddamn heartbeats. Absolutely.
All right, I think we got everybody. I don't see anybody in the chat, although good for you, Pistol Pete, for watching Ready to Rumble for the first time today. I'll say a prayer for you on that one. So
Ready to Rumble?
Yes, I love that.
Great film.
It is a great film. Wonderful piece of cinema, if you will. Yes.
I'm waiting for the Criterion Collection.
There you go. What the fuck? Where was I? Was it in your match where somebody yelled, "I will rule you," and jumped off the second rope?
No, wait.
Was it?
You're thinking of what's his name?
Who did that?
No,
somebody did that at VCW.
No, it wasn't at VCW. Was it?
What? Where was I?
Was it Warrior?
No, it was not Warrior.
You sure?
I'm sure it
Because
was
the
not
only
Warrior.
person I know who says "I rule you" is that.
But no, legit. Somebody yelled, "I will rule you," and jumped off the rope right above me.
Was it Rat Boys?
What?
Was it one of the Rat Boys?
I don't think it was one of the
Was
Rat
it
Boys.
Izzy? When,
I feel like it was either Izzy. Oh, it was probably
Izzy.
Izzy Lambert. Was it Izzy Lambert?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll rule you. That's like War Horse. Yeah, it's like War, but it also say Izzy too. So like I don't know. They both say rule.
But he did the move. He did the
move.
King move
He
from
crowned
Ready to
him.
Rumble. He crowned him.
Oh damn.
Well, no, he didn't. I think he got punched in the gut, and that was it.
Oh, well,
but it was against the Rad Boys.
He went for the crown.
He went for the crown.
Yeah.
You guys do know I've never watched this movie, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like
Such
I have to
a
watch
child.
Motherfucker.
Hey, I watched that.
Hold on.
Oh my
Zeke,
god. What
Zeke,
is
it came out in 2001. Were you even born?
I was born in '99. So.
Oh god.
Jeez.
Okay.
Hey,
we need to do a watch along with Zeke.
Yeah,
I'm
that
fine.
needs to happen.
Show me cool
That needs
movies.
to happen.
Show me
2000 film. Let's see.
Show me good movies. I'll watch them. I still want to watch. Don't make me watch Foxcatcher.
No, it's much more fun to show you bad movies.
I'm about to.
Just don't show me Foxcatcher again. I've watched that movie. How many times?
Foxcatcher. What the hell?
It's about amateur.
Zeke Mercer, RSW
definitely won't be
champion.
traumatized.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us again.
No problem. I love coming here, guys.
Hey.
You guys make my Tuesdays.
Fantastic. We see you, Sharon. We see you sharing the love. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tina, for coming on. Thank you, Dave, for coming on. Thank you, Matt, for coming back to try to clean up this mess.
It was fun.
It's like the good old days.
Chad will be back next week to mess it all up again.
Can we plug what you've been doing yet?
I mean, it's not like an industry secret. I always tweet about it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm all over. I'm making a mess. At Mainstream Matt with 1T. Come see all the nasty wrestling news website ventures I'm into these days.
That's right. Just Pro Wrestling News and Wrestling Inc.
Wrestling Inc.
There you go. There you go. Watching wrestling like it's his job. It seems to be going around lately. Thank you, and
It's contagious.
And thank you for and Mad Mike. I should mention Mad Mike's here too. So
yeah. Thanks, Sword.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm just going now that you're
I've
always
just been
here.
waiting a week to do the show. I've been sitting here on the
he didn't
Zoom
pee or nothing.
waiting for you to open up.
There's okay. You're always here, so I just get to. And by the shout out to
Oh my god!
and shout
I'm
out
the Matt Cardona of the podcast.
Oh, you are. Hey,
Oh,
shout out to our
God.
Buzz the Runway who finally put a 2XL shirt aside for me at WrestlePit. So I paid for it, but they got new shirts in. So shout out to those guys. And thank you everybody. And by the way, the Cop Out, they did a polar plunge into a pool, the Runway in Raylan, and I'm calling that out because we did it with a
You can't
group
polar plunge
jumping
into a
off
pool.
the Lawn Wharf which was freaking dangerous, and it was a great time until I ended up in the hospital for it. But anyways, other than that, we'll see you guys next time. Until then, Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.